Et ben voilà les amis, on se retrouve tout de suite. Donc on ouvre la page avec Suzi Quatro. Vous allez voir, ça va être terrible, terrible, terrible. Elle est avec nous en direct. On va se faire un très très grand plaisir parce que c'est une très très grande dame. Suzi, do you hear me?
Oh my God. You're not going to talk to me in a foreign language, are you? Because I won't be able to answer any questions.
So do you hear me?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine, and you. So I'm really happy to speak with you in this Friday afternoon in Paris. So first of all, what is your condition? And are you? What is your condition with this particular time?
Oh, geez. That's. I think everybody's kind of in the same place. I am a optimistic person, but sometimes you hit the wall. Everybody does, but I think everybody's done great. I've made a brilliant album, so
Yeah.
that has kept me alive because I've created something during this bad times. Thank goodness. So I'm doing okay. I'm gonna be glad when it's all over, like everybody is.
Ben voilà, vous avez. Alors la première question pour Suzy, hein, elle était tout de suite très très simple. Comment elle va? Bah, comme elle le dit, c'est une personne qui est plutôt enthousiaste, mais c'est bon. Parfois c'est difficile avec cette période Covid. Hein, on est d'accord. Et puis, elle est très contente de l'album The Devil in Me, qui est un superbe album. Franchement, moi je l'ai écouté plusieurs fois. C'est vraiment très très bon. So Suzy, just today, it's a D-Day. Yes, your new one is available all over the world.
It's oh God, it's just so wonderful because I put so much into it. My son put so much into it, and I'm getting this feedback from every interview I've done, every fan response. Everybody's calling it my best work. So I guess my son and I created a perfect storm. That's what's happened. I don't think you too much to translate. He's 36 years old. He brought that to the table,
Yeah.
and he brought his DNA of watching his mom being Suzi Quatro his whole life. I brought my 70 years old, my 57 years in the business, my expertise. I gave birth to Richard, and he gave rebirth to me.
Waouh! Ah bah, comme elle le dit, hein, donc bah, c'est comme vous l'avez compris, hein, ce soir c'est vraiment très très spécial parce que le 26 mars, donc c'est la sortie de l'album de Suzi Quatro, hein, The Devil in Me, qu'elle a enregistré donc avec son fils Richard Tuckey. Et comme elle le dit, moi j'ai 70 ans, j'ai amené toute mon expérience, lui il a amené tout sa rage, son envie et ainsi de suite. Et ils ont sorti peut-être le meilleur album de Suzi Quatro. En tout cas, c'est un super album. So, Suzi, you mixed on this album different color of music, I would like to say. You have some rock songs, glam songs, soul songs, blues songs. I think it's really a good job because in this album you see maybe all your careers, and of course this is one of the best.
Yes, it is. What you see on this album is my entire 70 years in the business. There's the classic Quattro rock and roll, but done today. It doesn't sound old fashioned. It sounds today. I think it's like what we were all going through during all this time is every emotion that we have. So sometimes I'm missing my husband. He lives in Hamburg and I live in the UK. So,
Oui.
so my heart and soul comes out, and sometimes we're doing a song and I'm angry and get out of jail comes out. So it kind of represents my life and the situation as an artist with my son that we are going through.
Ouais. Bah, comme le dit Suzy, hein, moi, alors l'album il est très très représentatif de tout ce qu'a fait Suzy depuis 1973 et avant. Et effectivement, il y a de tout. Hein. Il y a du rock, du glam, de la soul, du blues. Et comme elle le dit, on retrouve toute la période de 1973 à 2021 dans cet album. Et ben cette musique, elle est vraiment c'est vraiment un grand bonheur d'écouter ce disque parce qu'il y a vraiment plein de choses et on y trouve plein de bonnes choses et comme elle le dit des fois son mari est à Hambourg, elle est aux États-Unis donc des fois c'est un peu compliqué mais en tout cas elle a réouvert et elle a donné beaucoup de bonheur avec ce disque. Franchement c'est une très 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 bonne surprise. Suzy, you write a lot of different type of songs, I would like to speak about the devil in me. It
Okay.
is. Are you sure that the devil is in you?
Well, okay, it's very much what my mother used to say to me. When I was growing up, she always told me that when I was growing up, she had 5 children. She said I was the shyest and the sweetest, and also the one with the mischief in my eyes, and that I was always an angel until the halo slipped and it became a noose.
Bah voilà, donc vous avez tout compris, ça se traduit pas. En fin de compte, comme elle disait avec sa maman, il y avait tout dans ses yeux, dans ses yeux, et effectivement, parfois, le diable était en elle, comme le diraient nos amis français. Suzy, your first release on Suzi Quatro, of course, it's 88 years now. The first one is called Suzi Quatro. You're now turned with Devil in Me. What a long career that you have. What do you think now about this business music with a single, Spotify and Deezer and something like that? For you, it's a normal way, or it's a little bit strange when we passed a lot of time to create CD, vinyl, LP, and so on, and now you have some digital songs and something like that.
Well, it's a different business now, surely. There's hardly any record stores anymore, so people do everything online. And that's fine because it's the world we live in. You have to adjust. But what they have to fix for the artist, and it's for the new artists starting out mainly, who are making their money, first, that they have to fix that all this digital gives a fair share to the artist, and it doesn't do that right now. So the streaming and the this and the that, we're in a world where nobody wants to pay for music anymore, which means artists have to make their money on the road doing gigs. But now we're in a situation where there are no gigs. So, oh my God, I'm lucky. Let me say, though, I'm lucky. I've been in this business a long time. I don't need to go on the road. I don't need to make money. I'm comfortable. I'm speaking about the business in general, that it needs to adjust. It has to be more fair.
Ouais. Bah, la question était assez simple, hein, parce qu'elle a commencé en 1973, c'était plutôt de vinyle. Après, il y a eu les CD, puis maintenant, c'est plutôt un petit peu Spotify, Deezer et ainsi de suite. Comme elle le dit, elle a beaucoup de chance parce que elle est confortable et elle a de quoi vivre. Mais en fait, pour tous les artistes, c'est la scène. Et effectivement, la scène, bah, en ce moment, comme vous l'avez compris, c'est très très compliqué. Et il faut défendre ses disques sur scène et pas simplement faire du digital. Mais comme vous le savez, le digital maintenant est la norme. Et on a beaucoup de choses différentes. Suzy, I have a chance to see you in Sweden Rock Festival a few years ago. When you come back, of course, after the pandemic in France.
I can't wait to come back. I tell you, I have a diary full of shows that have been postponed from 220, and nobody knows when it's going to start again. But I promise you, my rolling bag is sitting at the door. My passport is on the table, my bass is in tune, and my suit is hanging on the rack ready to go.
Bon, bah, comme vous l'avez compris, on espère l'avoir bien sûr, alors, je pense en 2022 si c'est possible en France. Et elle a dit que son passeport est prêt, la basse est prête, son rack est prêt, et puis on a hâte de revoir Suzy sur scène, parce que ça ferait vraiment très très longtemps qu'on l'a pas vu. Moi la dernière fois c'était au Sweden Rock, et ça date un petit peu. Suzy, one of the songs is very soul songs. Sometimes we have some sax on this album. We come back like at your beginning, like with your father when we played jazz in Detroit. It is very important for you to put some sax on your new records.
Well, I have had a horn section in my band for about 25 years now. So, and I've had a sax man up front in the front line with me for that long too. So it's not a new addition, and it's worked so well live that I've now added it now to my recordings. My sax guy that does all the arrangements, he's excellent. Excellent. You only need to listen to him on In the Dark, and he really is sympathetic to what I do. And I won't be boxed in musically. I do a little bit of everything. Rock and roll is the air I breathe, but I have many sides to my character.
Bah, comme vous l'avez, il y a il y a quelques titres avec beaucoup de sax, hein, comme je le dis. Et puis là, pour le coup, la question, c'était que c'est effectivement important de mettre du sax. Comme elle le dit, il y a une super bande derrière avec elle. Et effectivement, cet instrument est vraiment celui qui donne un petit côté. Et puis, elle est vraiment très contente de ça. Et on en profite. Suzy, your last song, it's a melodic one, Love's Gone Bad. What's your choice to finish with a ballad at the end of the LP or the CD?
You know, whatever we wrote, it just happened, and my son said to me that it had to be a certain vibe for the album, and it was. Love's Gone Bad. My son had a track, and he was playing it, and I was listening. I came out to the studio, and I said, wow, I like that. I got an immediate idea for a melody line for that. And he said, this isn't for you. And I said, what do you mean it's not for me? And he said, I want to give this to a rap artist. And I said, no, you don't. I said, if you put it on the microphone, I'll show you what I'm hearing. And I started to sing a little bit. He said, okay, Mom, it's your song. I said, thank you. And I channeled my Billie Holiday for this. I'm a big Billie Holiday fan.
Yeah.
And I got her into my brain as I was singing this, as you can hear.
Yeah, for sure, yes. Comme je vous le disais, hein, donc le dernier morceau de l'album, c'est Love's Gone Bad, qui est vraiment une chanson très aérienne, mélodique, avec beaucoup d'ambiance. Et puis, comme elle le dit, c'est son fils qui est venu. Ouais, on va enregistrer ça. Oui, c'est moi qui chante. Oui, c'est toi qui fais. Et puis, ils ont enregistré donc ce titre. Voilà, c'est incroyable la manière dont ils ont travaillé. Suzy, it is difficult to work with your son on a production on this album for the production and for help you to create some songs, or it's very easy.
It's not difficult. We had our little getting our feet wet on the last album, No Control. That's the first time we worked together, and we didn't have any idea what we were going to do because we never worked together before. So it was very much fun, you know. Oh, and I said, okay, we know we're making an album. Let's not have any limitations, you know, nothing. Now, that album was so well received that we now had a blueprint for the future. And what my son said to me was, for this next album, The Devil in Me, I want to make it much better than No Control and as important as your first album. And he got quite, what's the word? Stubborn. Stubborn is the word. He really knew what he wanted. He was passionate about it, and I trusted him. So I let him lead the way. And, oh, thank goodness I did that.
Bah voilà, vous avez compris. Je posais la question si c'était difficile de travailler avec son fils quand même, qui l'aide à la production, à la composition. Elle dit chacun a fait son job, et puis il a été de bons conseils, et puis il a mis tout ce qu'il avait pour que ça soit super bon. Et le résultat, donc, c'est The Devil in Me, vraiment un très très bon album. Et ils ont passé beaucoup de bon temps ensemble à faire ce disque, et s'apprécie beaucoup dans cette composition. Suzy, just one word regarding Happy Days. You know, we have a lot of French fans with looking you on Happy Days. Do you remember this period, and how cool was Fonzie?
Yeah, sure. How can I not remember? It was a decision I took to fly over there and audition for the show, and it turned into 3 seasons: 77, yep. 78, 79. I always knew I could act anyway. That wasn't a question. I knew I could do it. And I made some good friends. I had a fabulous time. Very good decision to do the show. And I'm still very friendly with Henry Winkler and Ron Howard. So made some good friends. Had a great time doing it. And I became a household name in America because of that show.
Voilà, donc la question c'était effectivement, Suzy a joué vous le savez, dans Happy Days, et la question c'était comment était tout le monde. Comme elle le dit, elle a joué sur 3 saisons, et puis elle est gardée en contact avec Henry Winkler et le Fonz, voilà, depuis très longtemps, et c'était très très bon. Suzy, I would like to say thank you so much for this interview. I really appreciate that you take time for some French listener.
No problem. And thank you very much. And wait, merci beaucoup.
Maybe we can just make a few words for the listener, and just after, the choice is to écoute Betty Woo.
Oh, Betty Who. Okay, the last one. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, Betty Who was my son had this riff and a title, And I said, where do you get this title from? And the act that he works with when he goes on the road is Biba Doobie. And he said they had a tour bus called Betty Who. So I said, okay. I took the song away, worked on the melody and the lyrics, and I said, right, this is now about a groupie called Betty Who.
Bon bah voilà, donc vous avez compris, on va écouter Betty Woo. Elle nous a expliqué qu'effectivement il y avait un tourbus qui s'appelait Betty Woo. On comprenait pas si c'était une call girl, une copine ou ainsi de suite. En tout cas, il y a un très bon morceau. Suzy, thank you so much for this
And thank
interview.
you.
Take care and cross finger for this release with called
Yes.
Devil in Me.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you for
go
for the
back
support.
and buy
Thank
this CD.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye Suzy.